What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm gonna review an unreleased slash bootleg album of Kesha based on this particular product. It's called Animal Demos, and it came out somewhere in 2010. There's not really a full-bound amount of details about this product as far as these the album. When I try to refer to it in Google pitches like that, this particularly refers me to the Animal album by Kesha that came out in early 2010. Now I was on a Kesha spell when this channel Acid Roots first came out within those type pitches. Reviewed like a good three or so products of like her early days in 2016, late 2015 pitch like that. Late 2015, 2016 pitch like that was with an ordeal as far as saying particularly Kesha had a series of things. It's kind of within the aspect of like Kesha between about 2009 to about 2013 or so is a certain patch of Kesha within those fairs, but she came back with, I want to say she might have dropped like an album called, I might be thinking Mariah Carey, but she dropped an album in 2017. It might have been called Rainbow or something like that. I'm going to look that up. Yeah, her 2017 comeback album is called Rainbow pitch like that, but she went through some discrepancy with like Dr. Luke and pitches like that, so and stuff as to why she was gone between like mid 2013 to about way out in 2017 pitch like that. But it's kind of afraid there really wasn't much of fairs that came out around that particular time. Was the pitch as far as saying there were some hit type aspects within the tone. Now the Kesha from like the Animal and Cannibal type days and I Am the Dance Commander, some of those type pitches was a very drink centric type Kesha where it was kind of with crunkcore type fusions and some of those type pitches. Some of those type days like TikTok and fairs like that hit type songs like Die Young and some of the pitch, definitely blistering type ordeals that was pretty central, like a good it's kind of the aspect she helped spearhead like a movement of like early 2010s. When you think of fairs like LMFAO and Cobra Starship, Rihanna, David Guetta, Pitbull, some of those fairs, she was kind of one of the triumphant type ones out of that particular era, but she disappeared pretty abruptly, and then that era kind of fell. Like EDM and some of those type fairs didn't fall to pieces immediately, but it was kind of fair by the time you got to like late 2014, 2015, things that kind of shifted within those pitches. But yeah, Kesha more or less went AWOL after probably about the winter or so 2013 pitch like that. So it's ordeal as far as saying, but this is one now, considering that it's been since 2016, decades since I particularly reviewed the Animal and Cannibal albums pitch like that. It's kind of fair. I don't have as much, like I own at least Cannibal pitch like that. I need to purchase Animal with within pitches. I do remember these particular songs, but just the aspect as far as saying it's been a decade since the full bound complex of getting towards some of these. It's the pitch as far as saying I'm going to do these with descriptions despite the fact that I reviewed this album before within these pitches. But it's kind of aspect within the tone, like there's not really any full bound new type songs in here, but there is a pitch. I don't think I talked about the hit song VIP as far as this pitch can happen, which is on the international edition of Animal as far as this pitch can happen. So it's kind of the aspect. Now, I think there's like an expanded edition that probably has that particular song on there as well, but it's a trickier kind of snafu. It's a more persnickety type song to obtain within pitch like that, but either way within the pitch, I was not doing songs with descriptions like this back in 2016, so it's kind of the fair as far as saying it's just the aspect of going in on some of these type fairs, paying attention to a hit and classic album out of the early 2010s pitch like that's the ordeal. It's album easily enough gets a 10 out of 10 pitch like that, but the ordeal as far as saying for the most part, the songs on this Animal Demos type unreleased type products, the pitch as far as saying that it doesn't really have the singles off that particular fair. So when you pay attention to like some of the singles, with the exception of Blah Blah Blah, most of the singles off the Animal the exception of Blah Blah Blah, most of the singles off of Animal are not on this demos type product as far as these fairs can have. The pitch as far as saying the particular pitch behind it's just the aspect that's pretty blistering within those tones, but still the pitch, it's not a mishap within those phrases. It's not within that, but it's just a pitch for us. And some good, nice phrase that even the demo type variations. Now within the pitch, because I'd probably say the demo type variations are pretty much within the same cadence as the original Animal type album within these type pitches, but the product as far as saying just paying attention towards it, that I question how the fairs of being able to obtain this would kind of get towards with some of these type pitches, whether or not you'd have to just pick this album up at like a particular kind of brick and mortar type shop that's more low key. I mean, probably back maybe 8-7 years ago, some of those pitches might have been easier. I definitely say if you were in like some type of spot like New York or some places like that, probably more widespread where it's going to have probably more than a couple thousand albums pitched like that, especially that stretches a few decades, probably pitch you might be able to somehow obtain this album. But Kesha, kind of low key within these type pitches. I mean, she kind of is, but she kind of isn't. I feel like the era probably past 2017 with the Rainbow albums kind of more past the Rainbow 2017 albums more prominent within these type pitches, but now that the times have kind of shifted past like the full bound kind of crunkcore and drink centric type times pitch like that, I feel like some of these type days, I feel like it's kind of Kesha from the Animal, Cannibal, Kesha from Kesha from like the Animal and Cannibal type days, and I Am the Dance Commander Sunset Pitches is kind of becoming like an afterthought kind of pitch. She's even blatantly said that within Sunset Pitches that I don't know, it's full bound within those type pitches, but I think I've seen within the concepts of her saying that the old Kesha is dead. She said something to that variety pitch like that, and I think when she's talking about that, she's talking about the TikTok and blah 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 type days and like Take It Off, some of those type fairs pitch like that, and Die Young Sunset Pitches. Die Young and We Are Who We Are since the pitch like that. I feel like the fairs, that's not as if it's a diss to those particular eras. It's just kind of pitched just saying that the widespread typeness is just a shift of how different things were back in the winter of 2010 compared to like the summer of 2026 and 2025 as far as it's but it's pitched as far as saying paying attention towards it. But this unreleased album's classic within these pitches. I recommend all 9. Recommend all 9 songs. So easy enough, 10 out of 10 pitch like that. Simple and plain kind of classic within these ordeals, just the pitch as far as saying the product kind of it. The fair within Kesha, as far as these pitch can have, I am interested in some of these further type fairs of just seeing what she was up to around the Animal and Cannibal type days. So it is kind of pitch as far as saying just paying attention to like some of these other type goodies that were kind of around that time to get towards. There are more of these. There's more Kesha on the way. I'm going to start getting towards her with some of these pitches within these aspects. That I am going to review like the post 2013 era Kesha as well, with starting with Rainbow and some of the pitches like the aspect. Those are going to happen down the road. I want to rope up the rest of these days from like the EDM and Crunkcore type era pitch like that, like the TikTok type era and some of the pitches. But the aspects first, I'm going to get towards it. But yeah, Backstabber Demo's a hit type one. It's like a snazzy kind of Backstabber Demo's like a snazzy kind of residential electro jump to get towards here. Just bust out. Definitely bust out like the Blue Cups and Pretzels pitch like that. Get towards some home party type fits pitch like that. It's kind of a warm up type song with them pitch like that. It's kind of the fair just amongst it. It's kind of the fray. Now, Kesha warm-up sung back in her more crazy kind of illicit kind of Jaguar type days pitch like that. It's kind of fair as far as saying that there's a lot more turned up within the fair. She definitely has a lot of similarities like the Millionaires and pitch like that. If you don't know who they are, kind of crunkcore type starlets pitch like that. They're on this particular channel. I reviewed everything that they've done. So pitch as far as saying this is more the prolific kind of where Kesha would wash her mouth out with a bottle of Jack Daniels pitch like that, like she says at the beginning of one of her tunes. So those type pitches, but the aspect as far as saying within the aspect as far as getting towards is some of these type ones is prolific typeness. It's a good familiar typeness that definitely is within variety just being sorely missed within these aspects. Now I do appreciate new era Kesha just as much within these tones, but the pitch as far as saying this the particular familiarity of just got done with work shift Tuesday, Wednesday, some of these type pitches and just being like screw it. Being like screw it, kind of being like, screw it, I'm going to get torn up, pitches like that, since as far as saying just the pitch behind it, as far as what's supposed to kind of happen, but just the aspect as far as getting towards like the product, it's definitely within the tones. It's the aspect of some of that crazy effect. It's a good nice pitch, it's just a good nice rumbler, kind of get to the product, just warm up type fashions, just things getting roused, pitches like that. Blah 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 demo's a hit type 1. Now this was a single off of Animal pitch like that. Early type variety is pretty good off here. It's like a good city surfing classic kind of early 2010s 303 type struts pitch like that. So when you think of some of those type fairs, this city square type ness, some of those type tunes, when you think of hit songs like Give Me Everything by Pitbull, and particularly like Sexy and I Know It by LMFAO, since the pitch is ripped out of 2011, since that pitch amongst it's kind of hit that variety, but this Kesha had a spearhead on that. So she was doing things about a year and a half before those good year and a half and some change before the particular fairs that really broke out full spread. So she was kind of one of those ones that had that fair, but good nice pitches, very hooky and commercial pitch like that. Just pick up like some yogurt pretzels for diva pitch like that, since the fairs is good treats kind of happen in the aspect like the struts. Appreciate like the goings along with some of the pitches amongst like the outing type fray. Paint the Town Red pitch like that, pick up like pick up Diva like some sort of album like this particular one. It's kind of within pitch. It is within the shopping type variety. It's good type pitches within those aspects when there actually are some of these type albums that it's a realization that some of these type fairs might be bootleg pitches like that. But when you get like a particular kind of unreleased type Eminem album that has some degree of something kind of new or something like that on there, you find like demos albums by like Rolling Stones and some of folks like that, pitches like that, getting like secret kind of Metallica songs are pitched like that, since affairs and like Mariah Carey and pitched like that, some hit type aspects for the tongues as far as the tones kind of have accent type pitches, pickups for gal pitch like that, good nice pitches, city strut, boots and boys demos, the hit type ones like a super dance club kind of get cozy and kick off as far as these fairs gonna have them. Just how was hump day, since that fair is asking diva pitches like that, just gripe details, and you know the fair of what's particular or some of the things that really grind your gears pitch like that, just the aspect of what's kind of like where there's some irritations I need to know about, since the pitch amongst is the hot type song pitch like that. Good excellent dance club type get set. Good excellent dance club type send off pitch like that within these hit type aspects. The pitch for saying just getting towards the product, just the initial type noise, just some of those type ones, just figuring out. It's 7:30, 8:30 p.m. type getting station pitch like that. Just the aspect of getting towards the crunkness pitch like that. See you next Tuesday demos, the hitting type one as well as like a dope usual kind of EDM makeshift and day gulag kind of shine to get towards here pitch like that. Just typical kind of weekday type fair since that pitches. Just grab like some tacos with diva pitch like that since that fair. Just pickups, good aspects like that. Get some cinnabons within the aspect like sweet treats and sunset fairs on top of that. Just the aspects for us saying it's kind of the it's another good early bird with some nice pitches that kind of grafted towards like the styles throughout the early 2010s. So some good nice pitches here. Good standard kind of report too. Some pitches like that was the aspects for us saying just the product of this like good cozy kind of it's just some slaggy kind of within the aspects of this car sit type fairs, and it's the aspect like the cool breeze kind of aspects within tones pitches like that. So it's kind of the fair. Some kind of weekday type nothings pitch like this. It's kind of afraid of like conduit kind of time waste pitch like that. It's kind of within the aspect of not so much full bound at like dance club or pitch like that since affairs are homebound since the pitch, but it's the aspect just like good hit type varieties. It's just the pitch of public kind of time waste pitches like that, parking lot type fair, just the aspects of this behind buildings, since the pitch aspects like that, just get some tacos in your system, good nice fairs. Dancing with Tears in My Eyes, the demos hit type one as well as like a good sunset lit kind of relief embrace get towards here. This feels just like particular fairs like Tokyo. It feels like Tokyo Hotel and pitches like that. Just like hit songs by Tokyo Hotel, like Ready, Set, Go, and pitch like that, hit type prices. Pitch for us same, but we had definitely some sunset lit kind of relief embrace pitch like that. It's great for like orangey skies, kind of 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock p.m. type ness pitch like that. Get some great sweets in your system, good fares like that. Get some smoke and John. Definitely real easy for diva pitch like that as far as this first comes. So this kind of product, just seeing like the point of views, POVs pitch like that with an aspect of this kind of. Glad you're being vocal today, pitch like that since the fair is really, this pitch is like, I didn't realize that about your taste in movies, pitch like that since it appeals. It's interesting what you think about Ben Stiller, pitch like that since it price. Pitch like that, as far as this first guy having this pitch like that. It's kind of pitch of being candid, since the best good pitch about amongst. Kind of pitch those particular type phrases. It's kind of caught in the gulag type fashion amongst things that pitched within the phrase. It's kind of that typical type slag type aspect. Now within the pitch, this was kind of a trendy typeness, considering that some of these type fairs kind of happened in 2010 before the full bound type pitch, like the aspect of kind of more alt rock type of this. Tokyo Hotel did have hit songs like this internationally pitched like that, but within the phrase, it's kind of like those particular vibes of. It's kind of more of a rock type song, more so than full bound pop, but then pitch like that was the phrase for us saying it's a good nice taste like that particular type fare. It's a good nice leftover MySpace type of this 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m. type sifting pitch like that. It's a hit type feels for us. It's going to have a good nice pitch amongst that. Good nice trendy kind of blossom type sparky type song pitch like that, hit type peels. Dinosaur demos hitting type ones like an older fashioned kind of esteemed show out to get towards here. Dinosaur demos like an older fashioned kind of esteemed show out fun to get towards here pitch like that. It's kind of cash throwing barbs to like geriatric type folks pitch like that, getting hit on by old men within these type pitches. Question where the fair is where she's particularly hanging out, so these type pitches kind of the aspect. men probably thought that Kesha was like probably 30 years older than she actually was, pitch like that. Just previews for Kesha as far as these first going to happen within the pitch of her going to more elaborate type places, kind of the product of her getting ready to be hitting up like the bingo halls and such, the pitch like that. The aspect like the phrase of ballrooms more frequently. The songs are probably only like 2 or 3 years older than her, pitches like that. Definitely would say with Kesha, some of these type stars within these type tones amongst the pitches, some of these type phrases don't pull a muscle within the variety when we don't pull a muscle within the variety when you get towards dancing, pitch like that kind of variety. Just you might need to bring your cane when we go dancing, sense of pitches, aspects like that. So it's kind of like a promo type song with this kind of the pitch of this kind of playing particular type fairs in more places where it's going to be this beyond like the typical kind of this beyond the typical this kind of pulse type joint pitch like this. It's kind of phrased this some of those type aspects. It's kind of more steam type places and it's a pitch amongst it, but it's kind of Kesha Kesha having some of these hit type phrase pitch like that, accent type ordeals. Kiss and Tell demos, the hitting type ones, like a jazzy kind of typical 2010s EDM bounce to get towards here, pretty similar to blah blah blah, a good pitch like that. This jubilant and crunchy kind of township gal band as far as these first albums. Those good nice pitches, some of these type ones, this familiar type traces with the aspects as far as Kesha kind of gets towards some of these type ones. Just like TikTok and some of these type ones, take it off, good pitch like that, blow, some of these type ones, just the aspects as far as saying paying attention towards these ones. It's the familiar type aspects like the spearheading of like the flavor that was just throughout 2010, 2011, pitch like that. Just primary for Kesha since the pitch amongst it. This good hooky type one. Good excellent fizziness and radio glam pitch like that hit type appeals. Party at a Rich Dude's House demos hitting type one as well as like an excellent kind of millionaires and crunkcore kind of hot ticket to get towards here pitch like that. Definitely like broken side sunset fairs. There's plenty of pitch type aspects within those aspects of the tone. Should take it right back to late 2000s, just the YouTube meme type era since the pitch amongst the plenty of those just looking scene as fuck pitch like that. And by scene talking about emo type scene pitch like that scene. Looking scene AF, looking emo AF, pitch like that. Just some good nice fairs. Just hot ticket type thrills, pitch like that amongst us. So just one of those type ones. What you see is what you get with these particular fairs. This particular the aspect saying party at a Rich Dude's house is the pitch of like rampant type turnout. Kind of goes hand in hand pretty well with backstabber as far as those pitch albums. The aspects for us, but just a little bit more riled pitch like that. Good nice buzz burn of a song pitch like that. So definitely the hit type appeals getting towards the crunk type factor. Vodka and Bacardi everywhere pitch like that. Hit type phrase. Just the aspect of this. The blisteriness to just have like a pretty supersized type playlist of a number of hit songs with these folks. Easy like Millionaires and Deuce and Hollywood Undead and folks like that. Broken Side Planes type folks. Blood on the Dance Floor. Easily type pitches. Just ripped out of 2010, 2009, 2011 pitch like that hit type aspects. VIP's hitting type one as well as like a red hot kind of secret Kesha kind of electro groove. VIP, the international songs hitting type one's the demo as well as like a red hot kind of secret Kesha kind of electro groove to get towards here. Just a Benny warm up, I'd say. Share some memes with gal pitch like that. It's kind of fair disc scene. Particular product, just the onset of what Focus up to pitch like that. This last weekend kind of deep sunset pitches kind of aspects as far as saying. Do you need to hear what went down with Sunny Step pitch amongst the aspect, what you've been up to, pitch like that, just hit type aspect, how Friday and Sunny Step fairs went with Sunny Step aspects amongst it, just get some sippage going, pitch like that, just get some hypnotic and get some hypnotic in your and fam system, pitch like that, hit type Friday. The aspects for us saying paying attention towards that. Just definitely within pitch for us saying just some hit type blistering. Definitely in the pitch for us saying some hit type blistering typeness within the aspect. Just another good nice one within those tones, pretty similar to like Boots and Boys pitch like that. So just some good soak-ins pitch like that. Get towards the hit. Get towards the hit type appeal, some quality relish and pitch like that. Just the crunk type factor, getting the turn up going, pitch like that. Just thawing out and pitch. Thawing out Sunny Step fairs within pitch. Just like the variety, just happy to be within pitch of getting towards the variety of it, pitch like that. So hit type aspects. Pay attention towards the aspects first. And so that's the fair amongst this demo album, pitch like that, hit type appeals. This within blistering typeness. It's the same fair. The demo fairs are just as vicious, seemingly within the pitch like the regular routine of like the Animal album. So it's pitch like that. So just to say, probably, I don't remember what I gave the Animal album back in 2016. I don't know if I gave like a 7 or an 8 or some of those pitches. Hopefully. I feel like the ballistic quality of the album, if I did give it a lower score back in 2016, it would most definitely probably be a 10 out of 10 nowadays. Just the ballisticness. It's a very familiar kind of shot in the arm that's very necessary within these type of pitches nowadays. When the pitch for us saying it's very sorely missed, like I was saying, pitches like that, just paying attention to Brian. But this Demo's album's definitely hit type appeal. It's also not. It's really kind of. It's really kind of uncommon within like the fair being able to track down this specific type of product, whether or not it would be locatable within pitch like that. Breakthrough Music can find like these sorts of products that are just pretty distinct within the uncommonness, but is the fair probably some degree out there has some degree of fashion pitch like that, but some hit type aspects for us saying it's definitely worthwhile to the pitch behind it. But good excellent pitches there. So score, yeah, would definitely get a 10 out of 10. This is so. This is Cash definitely on some Candid kind of socialness. These particular phrases, these township kind of struts, like particular hit type phrase, just ripped out of the summer of 2011, summer of 2010, pitches like that, some of these type of appeals. Some good venue kind of marinades and soak-ins as far as these fairs going to happen. Some good nice price like other type fairs like pitch like that. Some makeshift type songs. Some esteemed type places for more places to listen to EDM just outside of the normal setting of just probably folks that were probably in their 20s back in 2010 and 20s back in 20s and 30s back in the 2010s, pitch like this. The hit type feel as far as saying the product is some of these type fairs just good. Kind of venue type jumps and pitch like this. Some of these hit type aspects to some of these makeshift type ones. Just grab like tacos and just hear like the day spell pitch like that. Some surprise just amongst like the gulag type fashion pitch like that. So it has these aspects for us the fair kind of happens. Just good gal events, some of these type fairs. Makeshift type phrase on here. In addition, like the pitch like some tear up that's pretty actually vicious within these tones. So it does that. The particular ferocity amongst this album is more the pitch of just vibing out within these type of pitches. More so, I mean, you get hammered pretty good off here, but in terms of like the carnage, as to like the full blown craze type factor, is kind of pitch that has a little bit more ambience within the full blown freight compared to some of the more vicious type tunes off of Animal and Cannibal pitch like that. But it's just the fairest part of saying, considering that this was kind of a bootleg and kind of just unofficial type fairs the pitch as far as him. But the aspects as far as same within pitch, Cash is definitely pretty crazy within these aspects. It's not as if this album isn't crazy whatsoever as the pitch as far as saying. It's not as if this album isn't crazy within pitch like that. But the phrase for us saying definitely some ballisticness, 10 social pitch like that. So in terms of the future, Cash had dropped an album seemingly in 2025 pitch like that. She's dropped his like what was said within these type pitches, Kesha is kind of degrees different from how she was in like the early 2010s. So it's kind of the aspect, I don't think she dislikes those particular days, but it's kind of the pitch that is just the pitch as far as paying attention to like the hit type appeal she has nowadays, not just when you reference her to just say, oh, TikTok was the shit, in particular like Die Young was the shit and some stuff fairs and aspects like that, and Blow was the best Kesha, some of the stuff fairs. She definitely has further type hits past the early 2010s. So it's a pitch for us. I'm going to get towards some of those, but I'm also going to finish up like the eras like the early 2010s as well, pitch like that. But some hit type aspects, this classic kind of demos album pitch like that, very ballistic.